In this video, we're going to be going over 11 big mistakes that small YouTubers make. Let's get into it. Number 1, not choosing a specific niche. When you choose a specific niche on your channel, it allows the YouTube algorithm to push the other videos on your channel because they're relatable. But if you're using other videos that aren't actually within the same similar niche, it's not going to work because it's from a different industry and area. So YouTube won't know what to push out there, and they won't know what audience to promote your videos to because it's all over the place. So if that makes sense, it's best to promote your videos to one single niche. Plus, by doing this, you'll be having relevant subscribers that subscribe to your actual channel. And, you know, you want to have that. You don't want to have people who are there for different types of content because your viewers are going to be all over the place. But that being said, it's good to have one single niche and to have sub-niches within that, but they have to be relatable somehow. For example, if your channel is about cars, you can't just suddenly turn to dinosaurs. You have to make videos about other types of cars, for example. So you could make a video about a Maserati or a Lamborghini or a Bugatti, for example. Or for example, if you're in the health niche, then you could do videos about exercising, and then you could also do videos about the diet. Number 2, inconsistency. Now this is so massive. There's so many YouTubers out there that are just inconsistent, and at the beginning you need to be consistent. You can see some YouTubers out there that still post videos and maybe they still get views, but that's because they've already made a name for themselves. You know, if you're a small YouTuber, you can't do that because you don't have the backing there for you. But also, so many people quit YouTube after just uploading a few videos and not seeing any success. You need to carry on with it. You can't just expect to see success overnight. And if you model what's working well in your niche, you'll have success most likely sooner. It's far better to upload 10 videos within the space of a few weeks than upload 10 videos in a day and then nothing for the rest of the few weeks. You need to be consistent across a period. And I always say you're only one video away from success on YouTube, so keep that in mind. Remember, one video away. All it takes is one video to get in the algorithm and you're sorted. You just need to go over the bandwagon after one video and then you'll be able to see your other videos succeed even more. Trust me, when one video pops off, you will notice it and then other videos will start to pick up off from there. Number 3, making videos nobody cares about. Now, what do we mean by this? If you go to YouTube and you type in your niche and you see that other channels are succeeding with that sort of topic, then you know that there's people out there that are interested in that content. So, you know, it should be working for you if you post it. If there are channels out there that you look at and you personally think that you'll be happy with the views that they are getting, then you should be uploading that content because, you know, you are happy with it. A good benchmark is if there are videos in your niche that are going up which have at least 50,000 to 100,000 views per video. If that's the case, then it's definitely a good sign that you should be doing it. Number 4, and this relates back to another point I mentioned earlier on the video, quitting before you give it a real shot. Now this one is super bad if you do this because, you know, you're not really giving it a proper chance. You know, you have to give it time. You can't expect to succeed overnight. That isn't how YouTube works. For example, Mr. Beast literally has over 100 million. Can we just 100 million subscribers? He has 100 million, not 100,000, 100 million. And he uploaded over 1,000 videos before seeing any success. So, you know, you can definitely do that. The question shouldn't be, should you quit YouTube entirely? It should be, should you quit that type of content that you're doing? Because if it's an evergreen niche, meaning that the views can carry on for many, many years without it being a seasonal topic, then you should be able to easily produce videos and get views on them. Tons of channels out there can still succeed by changing up their style of videos or the length or different things on their channel, and then they seek success. You don't have to just stop completely. You just need to try different things. If you've uploaded at least like 30 to 50 to 80 videos, that sort of range, and you aren't seeing any traction, then I wouldn't say change the niche, especially if it's doing well on other channels, but try different types of content within that niche. And sometimes you need to be honest with yourself. You need to look at the videos on your channel and see how does that compare with the videos that get the most views in my niche, and see how you can actually improve it in terms of the script, editing, voiceover, or anything like that. You need to be able to really evaluate yourself and be harsh on it. Be harsh on it and look at it and be like, can I improve this? Can I improve that? Because that's the only way you'll be able to improve your channel growth. You have to pretty much model what's already worked out there and see if you can improve on things that you haven't really focused on so far. Number 5, not looking at analytics. Now, once you've uploaded 33 videos, this is when you need to look at your analytics and evaluate, because that is the next step. Look at your top viewed videos and see the audience retention graph and see where they dropped off. And then you'll be able to know what to improve when you produce other pieces of content. Once you find out where someone's dropping off, just never do that ever again, where they've dropped off, because then you have actual data to take it from. So if you see someone's dropped off at a certain point, maybe it's during an intro, maybe it's during a certain point that you always do in your videos, you need to be able to change the type of content that you're doing within what's happening in your audience retention graph. Whenever the audience retention graph shows that the audience have actually stopped watching, that's what you need to change. So follow that. So please make sure you look at analytics. That is super, super important. Number 6, bad titles. This one is very important. But how can you tell if a title is bad? I recommend looking at other channels in your niche that have done really well and kind of model what titles have done well. But that doesn't mean copy it word for word. You have to make up your own sort of title within it, but change up something and make a twist on it. If you notice that a word within your niche is doing well, then maybe put that in your title or that sort of thing. Basically, you've got to try and model what the other top channels have already succeeded with. Number 7, not optimizing your videos. Now this includes the title, description, tags, adding a pinned comment, doing all sorts of things. You may as well tell YouTube what the video is about by doing all of that. It might not necessarily help for the algorithm as much, but it does indirectly because you're telling YouTube what your video is about, so it knows how to categorize your videos. So this is super important that you do that. Use the code MATPAR to get vidIQ free for a month, and you can find free keywords that you can use to add to your video. Number 8, bad intros. Do you want to know what the best intro is? Well, oftentimes it's videos with no intro at all. If you don't have an intro, you're literally winning because people are going to carry on watching your video because you want the content to be relatable to the title and thumbnail. So if you just longing out the intro, people are just going to click off and not be interested. One type of intro you can add is a hook intro though, because it entices the viewer to carry on watching. So if you add the best part of the video at the beginning, then you cut it off before something happens, it'll make the viewer enticed to try and watch more, and you know, your attention will increase because of that. But don't just add anything. If in doubt, just add no intro at all. Just get straight into the video, get straight to the point, otherwise your attention will suffer. Look at other top videos within your niche and you'll see exactly what type of hook intros they use. But if none of them really use it, then you don't necessarily need to use it, but you might be able to test it out with a few videos, see if their attention changes. If it makes it worse, then you know not to use it. But if it improves it, then you know you have something there to use. Number 9, sub for sub. Now this one is terrible. Do not do this because you don't want people subscribing to your channel that wouldn't watch your videos. This is just so important to not do because at first it might seem like the best thing to do because you just want to get as many subscribers as possible. But believe me, you don't want to do this. This is going to harm your channel terribly. And you might be asking, why is that harmful for my channel? I don't get it. A subscriber is a subscriber, isn't it? Right? A subscriber, I just need the numbers, really, don't I? No, because your engagement will be even lower and this will send a bad signal to YouTube because they're trying to push your videos into the algorithm. If no one's watching it, if your subscribers aren't even watching it, then who else is going to watch it? You do want subscribers that are actually going to watch your videos, basically in short. Number 10, not making videos about the right subjects. Now, how do you find out about the right topics and subjects to make videos about? I recommend using a tool like vidIQ, like I mentioned earlier on this video. You can use the code MATPAR for a discount as well. The first half of your research should be done using tools like vidIQ, but the other half can be used by following the top videos in your niche and seeing what they do and modeling off them. Basically, when you're using keywords on vidIQ, you want to find keywords with a high volume score but low competition, because then you'll find out ones where people are searching a lot for it, but no one's really making videos about those keywords. And then you can utilize the YouTube search function to be able to actually get views. But obviously, by using a tool like vidIQ, you can easily see what type of things people are searching and what people are interested in. So you could even make up your own topics within that. If someone hasn't made a video on something, then that's a good sign that you could try it out, make a video about it. Maybe there's a limited number of people that have made a video about a certain topic. You could try that. You know, there's all sorts of different things you can try within your first 30 to 50 videos that you create. Ultimately, when you try out and test out different types of content, you'll see what works and you'll be able to double down on what does work and take out what doesn't work. Number 11, not getting people to click your videos the right way. Click-through rate is super important on YouTube. You know, your thumbnail is so important. I can't stress it enough. If your thumbnail doesn't relate back to your content or title, it's not going to work. But at the same time, you need to make a thumbnail that's clickbait, but not too clickbait that people are going to get annoyed. You need the click-through rate to be a good percentage on your channel. And obviously, by improving your thumbnail, that improves the click-through rate because people are going to have a split second to click on your thumbnail in the YouTube algorithm, and you want to be the video that they click on. So that's why your thumbnail needs to be good. So I've got a challenge for you before you make your next video. Find a video to model from one of the top channels. Come up with the thumbnail first though, before you do anything else. Make the thumbnail. This is super important. You want to make the title and thumbnail especially beforehand. So let's do a quick thumbnail test quickly now though. I'm going to show you 2 thumbnails and you're going to decide which one's better. 3, 2, 1, and here's thumbnail 1, and here's thumbnail 2. I know they weren't shown for very long, but you know in your head which one instinctively you want to click on. Thumbnail number 1 got over 250,000 views within the first month, but thumbnail number 2 only got 700 views in the first 6 months, so you know which one performed better. And the thumbnail definitely played a big factor in the performance of these videos. But you might be wondering, what makes thumbnail 1 better than thumbnail 2? Well, the primary elements are kept to a minimum, and the text is big and easy to read. Whilst thumbnail 2 takes a second to understand, you've really got to look at it and think, what is this video about? But thumbnail number 1 you can easily understand within the first second or two. For example, when you search top 10 tech on YouTube, look at the thumbnails that come up. You can easily see that the thumbnails are really highly clickable. The thumbnails are simple and easy to read, and you just know what the video is about because it relates back to the title all the time. So make sure that you model thumbnails in your niche that already work. Here's a checklist that you can use for your own thumbnails quickly. Let's go through it. Make everything big and taking up most of the thumbnail. Make the text easy to read and minimal, but you want to make it big on the screen but minimal. Use 3 or less primary elements. Use bright colours such as yellow, green, red, purple, pink, and model thumbnails that have already worked well in your niche. Obviously, it's important to see what's working well in your niche, so you want to model what works, so you can only know by searching up what's done well in your niche already. So search on YouTube your niche and see what thumbnails have worked. For example, if you check this panel on the YouTube dashboard, you can see what performance your video has had based off the click-through rate and audience retention graphs. And you can easily see what to improve for your channel. Thank you for watching. Check out this video to the side here so you can see how to get 1,000 subscribers fast on YouTube so you can get monetized. It shows actual secrets of how you can get subscribers fast. I'll see you there.